Hello, welcome to our channel. Last fall, Ken and I bought a laser engraver. We were very nervous about making this purchase. We had no experience with it. And so YouTube videos just became our teacher. So today we're going to show you how to make a few of the projects. And today we'll be making this cutting board. It's marble on the top, wood on the bottom. I bought it at Hobby Lobby, so things like this, they're pretty easy to find. When we first started with the laser, we really had no clue where to start. So we want to make it simple for you, and let me show you how to do this today. All right, we've moved over to the computer, and to work with the WeCreate Vista, we go to WeCreate Make It. You download the website, and there's a definite learning curve to it, but it's pretty user-friendly once you learn it. So you want to make sure that you are attached to the internet and you're attached to your machine. When you are attached correctly, you will have a green light. So I have my board in my machine, and I'm going to hit refresh. And that is going to show me where I have my board. I already have the words that I'm going to put on my board on my screen, so I just need to place that. I'm working on a Mac today. All right, that looks okay. So you have a auto measure, and the WeCreate Vista, I have the lid up, and if you hit auto measure, it measures the thickness of your wood or whatever you are working on. And so it says that it's 5.81 millimeters. So I am going to select my material. This you have to play with. So I'm going to say, because my wood is kind of dark, I'm going to say that I'm going with a plywood, and I do have to change that back to the right measurements. But that did show me now that it suggests that I burn it at 100 power, 158 speed, and 150 line density. There's also a preview here that you can click, and if you want to lighten or darken, you can play with this, and it will change the settings on the side. When we first got the machine, I really was afraid to let the machine make its suggestions, and I kept trying to override it, and I've learned now to trust it. It works pretty well. So I've got everything set up, so I'm going to hit start. We will move over to the machine, and then I will show you what it looks like. When you go to this next screen, it's going to tell you how long it's going to take you to burn. So almost 10.5 minutes. When I hit framing and we're at the machine, it is going to show you where the laser is going to be engraving. It's going to outline it. So we'll move over to the laser, and I'll show you what I mean. We've moved over to the laser, and I'm working today with the WeCreate Vista, and I have the 10 watt on. So when the lid is open, that's when you can auto measure, that's when you are working on everything. So I'm going to show you when I hit framing, watch the laser, and it will go to my project, and it will start showing me exactly where it wants to print. And I'm going to adjust that just a little bit. So I'm going to my screen, and I'm just raising my words because I did not like what the framing looked like. So let's frame that again. Okay. So now it says that it will burn for 10.5 minutes. So I'm going to close the lid. On your computer, you will hit send, and then it will not start until the lid is closed and you push this button, and then the laser starts. You can see that it depends on what your speed is, what your power is. It takes a little while to burn. If you are using metal, you will want a 2 watt if you were engraving a necklace or something like that. But for wood, the 10 watt works really well. All right, we have moved over to the crafting table. So as you can see, when you get it off of the laser, it almost looks like it has some shadowing. That's just the dust from where it cut the wood. So I use painter's tape, I use a lint roller, and you're just going to go over the words. You can do it several different directions. And this is just going to pick up any leftover, clean it up. You see how it just marks that, and it gives it a nice finished look. So when you are finished with your project, it's going to say processing status. So your process is complete. You can hit complete, or you can just X out of it. If you're going to make another one, leave everything on the screen, and then you put your next one in if you're selling these. And then you can just keep the burn going. You won't have to do as much formatting. You don't have to select all of this again. You can just load another one and hit start. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a few things. Don't be intimidated by the Vista laser machine. It's fun. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So until next time.